Okay, it's time to start streaming again for the session this is the fourth streaming session. I'm going to go over what we did last time and how it went. Just let me check that we have everything because I need to also run Twitter. It's still not there, so this is going to be needed here to start. Let me see whether it works. I think, yeah, streaming on Twitter should be fine. Okay, so we should be live on Twitter. Let me check whether we are live everywhere as well in other places. Of course, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments wherever you are. I should be able to go, whether you are Kick, Twitch, YouTube, or anywhere else, that should be fine. So I'm just going to check whether we are everywhere live, and then we can go start with the session this time. So it should be fine. And yeah, so here we go. I think we are going okay. So it's going to be, seems like everything is working fine. So I'm going to check the comments in a moment as well. So let's get started with where we were and what we did. Basically, we are pretty stable, even though we did have quite a big loss over time, because over the weekend, what I was saying last time is that I don't believe ETH can go to $4,200 over the weekend. It went the very next day, and that was our biggest loss, I think. So if you look at it, then basically this is our P&L of like altogether like minus 240, 250, right? So that was closed. On the other hand, we won a little bit on Solana with the long side, so that was good for the pair trading. We closed with the long of 350. So that was pretty cool. Also, what we had was the long on Fartcoin, closed for $100. That was already, I think, during the session, perhaps. Yeah, I think, yeah, because that was pretty big win during the session. So altogether, we're pretty much the same level, 1800, basically 1800. So still almost doubled the account from the beginning, but altogether, we can say that the P&L is something like minus 46, I guess. So Sol long win, if short lost, if went to 4,200, even 4,300. So again, I think this will be a shorter session because I think there are a couple of interesting positions. I don't want to scalp. What I want to do is do a little bit the generate stuff. Let me just calculate how much we are in total here. 146 and 12 more, that will be, yeah, minus PLNL, and that's the account of 94, I think. Yep, that should be about right. For the account now, what we're doing right now is we're trading 11.9. There is some nice price action, so we're going to have a look at that, and we're going to see what we can find for the longer term. So basically, I want to enter Solana straight away. That's why I have it open. I think 108 is a good price. I want to do, like more of the position here, definitely with the market order. So let's say for I can be a little bit more degenerate, I guess, here. This is what I want to enter right away with the invalidation around 160, 176 probably. And then we're going to take profits around here. So this is I think this is a pretty good one. So we're going to have something like that for the setup. This is, pure bracket trading. Maybe I even do something like for this one, I will do 185.89, say, to be a little bit, below the different trend lines and, below the round numbers. So this is the one that I wanted to put on. I think that we're in a good spot. Solana should be raising. This is something that I think should go on pretty well. Also, let's have a look at Ethereum. This is where we lost quite a lot last time. As you can see, well, there was a nice nice view reversal. Again, I'm super tempted to short again, but maybe we can put the same trade in the end. Like, this is going to be something like we're going to short this one with the invalidation much higher. So let's see what will happen if I get like, $20,000 short with super tight losses. So probably I want to go like free. If I were to do 340, maybe let's do for 369. That's the previous all-time high. And then we're going to, take profits probably around the previous levels. So something like 100, that would be ideal. So yeah, I'm just maybe I just changed a little bit because that might be too tight for that to make it run. I will put the stop loss like 444. Let's do with, yeah, probably something like that. Maybe 44401. So pretty much we're playing the same game. In the end, I think like this is basically longing Solana to Ethereum pair. Again, I think this is something like a little bit worth playing. Solana is definitely undervalued. On the other hand, we have Ethereum with different treasury companies, and if you look at them, well, you don't have them on Hyperliquid, but if you look at things like, I think SBET, right? This is, I'm not sure, like we see that on here stock. We have SBET and I think a couple of other things that are buying Ethereum over time. So we have the same flywheel that we have with Bitcoin, which means that in the end that should go up and up. So I'm basically betting against the trend here, which is not always a good idea. But hey, we're playing short term. I think short term we might have some kind of a correction. The market being like super euphoric. Of course, Ethereum at some point will go to probably $10,000. This is what I'm betting. I'm still holding Ethereum on spot. This is purely short-term trading for maximal impact, and we're playing just week to week. We're not playing here for the months. For the months, I would just hold Ethereum, which is what I'm doing on my spot account, just holding Ethereum and not selling anything. Maybe selling a little bit from time to time because you have to DCA out. But other than that, I think like Ethereum is in a super good spot altogether. So even though I'm shorting right now, this is purely for the fact that there's been quite a few runs, and also for the fact that we have seen this resistance here at those levels. So of course it doesn't mean anything. By Friday we can be much lower, much higher. Anything can go, but if you were to go lower, then 4,100 is something we might hit. Let's see what's happening with Solana as well, because I guess we get a little bit of the lower price action here. Yeah, probably if I were to hold it for a little bit longer, but to be honest, maybe it's yeah, I don't want to get with the tighter stop losses, because in the end we want to lose. We want to win at least one of those bets. If we lose both of them, that's going to be really bad. But if we win one of them and not the other, then that should be fine, and we should be profitable. Like in the end, like as you can see with the differences here in stop losses and take profits, basically if we win one of them, then it's a little bit asymmetric, which means then the one we win will basically cover the price of the other plus a little bit. Which will be a little bit profitable. Anyway, I want to be also bet a little bit more. I have more capital to trade, and we want to be mostly on the long side. So I've been looking, of course, at Zora, but Zora is cool. Already run a lot, but especially in the last 24 hours. So I think it might be overbought right now. At least I don't want to risk it. But let's see, for example, what Fartcoin is doing, because last time we checked, well, as you can see, it go to the massive run, but then basically went down. And this is something that I want to bet as well. I think Fartcoin is, like after losing a little bit of those levels, I think this might be an interesting bet. So this is something that I'd love to. Oh yeah, I can just buy a little bit of that, unless maybe I just buy $1,000 of Fartcoin. This is purely for the. Or do I want to? Yeah, I'm just thinking whether I can, like lower one of those positions maybe, and then. No, those are good, I think. I'm going to go with 97.3. I mean, the loss will be very, very low. Well, yeah. As you can see, we'll have tight stop losses. So if it keeps going down, it go down, and we're just playing that it will get to like 1 again, which is which is, well, if it doesn't lose these levels, basically this is just a trade to have that. If we win it, this will be a small win here. If we lose it, then we're probably going to bet on it again in the next stream, probably on Friday. I'm reminding here that I'm streaming mostly Mondays and Fridays, and streams on Fridays are usually longer. But basically, this is the idea. So here we have the two scenarios. If all the things will go down, then basically we will make money on Ethereum. Here on this bet on Ethereum. If for some reason we keep on getting up, then also we're betting here that actually Ethereum won't cross the domain. To some extent, we can probably win all the bets here. But if not, then we're going to make money on basically either Ethereum or both Solana and Fartcoin. This is the bet. And in those cases, we should be fine. So this is not entirely hedged, as you can see. I mean, by notational value, we're more on the short side than on the long side, because on the long side we have like $16,000, on the short side $20,000. Of course, that notational. Our account is here. I mean, probably you can't see it because we have my head around here. But if I were to show it to you on portfolio, then this is basically what we have here, right? So the account itself, the account value is at around $1,800. Right, and the P&L curve looks like that, which is pretty cool. I mean, it looks basically pretty stable. Other than that, we're basically, it won't look much more stable, I guess, in the end, because we're really playing for the big wins here. So it's only a matter of time until we have like really big losses. So far, we're winning most of the time, so it's fine, and the total P&L is positive, like $700. So it's really fine. You can also see in the like 7 days, 24 hours was, well, yeah, minus P&L because of the Solana. I think this is going down. So this is one of the reasons. We're going to see how it goes. I mean, we can get lower here, definitely. So yeah, this is the trades that I wanted to do basically today. I don't really have much more because in the meantime, of course, I'm preparing on what to long short and doing a little bit of research. As a general reminder for the session, this is the plan. Go to $10,000 from $1,000, mostly using scalping, jumping in on breakouts, momentum trades, pair trading. This is what we're doing with Solana, Ethereum right now. Trailing stop loss. So if anything goes very well, we can of course play it for longer. But if not, then we're going to do bracket trading, which means we have both stop losses and take profits, and that's usually working pretty fine because you have a very well defined spots and you know how much you're going to lose, how much you're going to gain. Also, if you're trading on Hyperliquid, which I'm doing right now, use code PC Crypto, which will give you additional discounts, and we're going to share fees this way, so it's going to be cool. I'm basically looking at all the categories here. So as you can see, from majors like Hype, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, memes, Pepe, Doge, Bong, and so on, to DeFi, L1s, L2s, and different ecosystems like Kite and Virtual, by the way, which are pretty cool, but we're missing a little bit on the capital, so well, we don't have more capital to deploy, so I'm not going to do it. And also, I don't want to have too many positions to manage, but if I were to have it, then probably I would also look at things like Virtual here, and a couple of other stuff. But anyway, let's see how it goes. For now, it seems like, yeah, Solana is going down. Bitcoin, well, we shorted in a pretty nice spot, I think. So we're going to see how it will go in the end. In the end, meaning by Friday, basically. Of course, there's a small chance that we're going to lose everything here, meaning both Ethereum and Solana, and this will basically take us back to where we started, or even below that, which won't be, well, which is still possible. If we win one of the bets or both of them, then we're going to be in a good spot, I guess, around $2,000. So yeah, nothing crazy, but also maybe I can cut one of those. Also, let's see how it goes, depending on, well, Solana is the one which is more probable of hitting its price if it won't start going up. Also, a lot of depends on the macro stuff. So if Bitcoin starts doing crazy stuff, then meaning going down, then we're probably going to see that across the market as well. But so now Bitcoin is actually almost close to its all-time high of like 122 and something. I think it was 122 and 800 was probably the top. For Bitcoin so far, so that was the all-time high. So we hit that today. So Bitcoin is in a very good condition. Ethereum is in a very good condition as well, not far away from its all-time high from 2021, which was I think 4,800. So it's like 20% away from that, or even less right now. I think it's like 15% maybe. So we slowly getting there, but of course there's like charts almost never go in a straight line, and this is what we're betting here. We're betting a little bit on reversal of everything, and we're going to see how it will go in the end. And also we're betting that, for example, Solana will go back to its strength. It's been really underperforming, but it's been in this range for some time, as you can see. So I'm counting on the fact that we won't go below that line. And we're going to see how it goes and whether we retrieve the 185 price here. So I think this is pretty cool so far. Yep. Let me see also what's happening in different places. If you have any questions or so. If not, then basically I think this is going to be it. We're just going to have these positions open, and I'm going to basically leave it for now and see and come back on Friday or next Monday to see how it goes, at least for a little bit. And also, I should repeat that nothing here is financial advice. Crypto is risky. You can lose all your capital, especially if you're copy trading. So please don't. This is mostly for the entertainment purposes, and this style of trading that I'm doing is super risky. I mean, you can definitely lose a lot of capital because I'm trying to use like high leverage, plus those are like super fast, aggressive actions in order to be very profitable in a short time or lose it all. And there's nothing in between and usually if you try to play with your savings or usually with your portfolio, then you definitely shouldn't do that, because you basically should be able to sustain the growth of your portfolio over years and compound it slower. So I would definitely not do something like that on like on my spot positions, or even try to do something like that on the usual. This is purely for entertainment purposes and seeing how far it can go, because there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, definitely. So it's very well possible that we're going to blow the account as well. So you have to keep that in mind as well. So yeah, this is it. This is it for now. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to leave that. And of course, there's more content coming soon on the main channel if you want to follow that. And in the meantime, I also have a Telegram channel, Twitter, where I'm tweeting basically daily. So find me there. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, thank you for watching.